Hey, what's up guys? Today I want to start a new segment called Free Speed Friday. At least that's what I'm rolling with right now. If you guys have a better name for it, drop a name in the comment and suggestion and let me know what you think might be a better name for the segment. But this concept behind the segment is pretty simple. It's little things that you can do to get free speed in a race. You know, the Team Sky is a professional cycling team and they coined the phrase marginal gains. And what they mean by that is little things that you can do to make you go faster. So in this particular case, I wanted to start the segment by talking about different bike tubes. This is a butyl tube. Costs about $5 at your local bike store if you get a decent deal. But I want to talk about latex bike tubes. This one is from Victoria. And it's pink, so it must be better. They're functionally the same. They go in your tire, in your wheel, just the same way that a butyl tube goes in your bike tube. So if you've ever had a flat tire, you know, you pull out your tube, you drop in another one, hopefully you brought an extra spare, pump it up to your preferred tire pressure, and you're back up and running. Latex tubes operate the exact same way. If it has a powdery feel, that's on there on purpose, and that's actually to help smooth out the install process. You basically don't want to have the tube get caught on itself, so you don't always really need these little end caps. I don't really suggest keeping them. Plastic piece you don't need. And then the Victoria latex tubes have removable valve cores, which is actually quite nice because if you do ride like wheels with a little bit more depth to them, you can get valve extenders and you can drop them, you can pull out the valve core, drop them in here, and you're good to go. But why is it free speed? From the research that I've seen, and you could do this yourself, I didn't personally, but from the research that I've seen, you can, you could hop on a set of rollers, for example, push a set number of watts average, and then check your distance over those watts. And because you're getting better rolling resistance, meaning the tires are rolling better and smoother across different surfaces, you can actually determine like how much wattage savings, and that translates directly into how much time you'll save at a given distance. From what I've read, latex tubes are saving you somewhere in the range of 2 to 5 watts per tire. You know, you could say something like 5 or 6 watts total for two wheels. And then, so, you can extrapolate that out to an Ironman distance where you can actually see like real-time benefits. Usual rule of thumb, I think, is like for every 5 watts that you increase, it's about a half a second per kilometer of increased speed. Everyone's gonna have slightly different numbers based on, conditions and then just the rider themselves and kind of what kind of pace they're pushing in particular. But I would say like ballpark figures, you're looking at like a free 2 minutes or so just by switching out tubes. So that's what I do, and this is kind of what I would suggest. Price-wise, you're looking at about $28 or so for a set of 2 tubes. They're more expensive than what you might be using currently. Again, but I do suggest them. I think it's free speed, and hopefully I think it's something that you guys will enjoy riding. I actually do. I like riding them. I think it's smoother. I think it's softer. I can at least I think I can feel the difference. Kind of a more plush feel when you're biking with the softer tubes. Yeah, and it's free speed, so you should at least do it with your race wheels. And then if you're on your everyday wheels, I ride butyl tubes on my everyday wheels because I think they're maybe a little bit more durable. And then the other big benefit, they hold air really well. You could theoretically go, pump them up on a Friday, let's say like today, and then not have to pump up your tires for a whole week. With the latex tubes, you really need to pump them up every time you're about to ride. So they lose air more frequently. It doesn't mean that the tube is is trashed. You know, a lot of people, they install them for the first time, they go back, they take a look and their tire's flat the next day and they think, oh shoot, I've got a flat tire, I need to change my tube. It's not the case. They just lose air really, really quickly. So that's one thing to note. And then again, the price being more, so there are some downsides. The upsides are huge, right? You know, free watts, you know, I'd say that 2 to 5 watts, and I think it's worth it. Yeah, you know, for me, if I can save a couple minutes in an Ironman time, that could be the difference between breaking, you know, 10 hours and not breaking 10 hours, you know, if you're close. So I think it's worth it. And I want to talk about more things that are free speed in some upcoming segments. So hopefully you guys like it, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks.